Do you want to know what a mega menu and dark mode have in common? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to be showing you a new product called Element Pack. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but this is the first time I'm actually looking into it myself. So let's see what we can build with this new WordPress edition that actually works with Elementor. So we're gonna look at pricing, what you can build with it, what you can get for free, what you can get in the pro version. And we are going to also have an actual demo of the mega menu and also dark mode. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see something else in future videos, let's say. So let's get into it. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. But let's go first of all, because we always do this with products, to look at pricing, okay? And see how much you can get for free and how much you get in the pro version. Okay, so let's go right to pricing. And as you can see, you have the option to choose between yearly or lifetime. This is very standard. Let's just have a look. So for a personal website, which is one website only, you pay $49 per year, and this is yearly. If we go to the option of lifetime, I think this is a pretty good deal. And especially if you look at the agency pricing, for lifetime for 1,000 websites, honestly, this is, I would say, a no-brainer, but we have to go through the widgets and the extensions to see what we're getting. And as you can see here, yeah, in each plan, of course, the mega menu is the most popular widget, and we're gonna have a quick look how to build that. So in each of these plans, you have advanced features, which include the mega menu, dynamic content, live copy paste, template library, which is also a plus. Most of the times we don't want to build things from scratch, variation swatches, okay, ACF integration, duplicator, etc., etc. Exclusive features as well. You can see also here in the agency plan, you get multi-site licensing system, white label branding, and of course, what we like the most is priority support and service, and continuous product updates, because when it comes to lifetime products or buying a license for a lifetime, things can get a little bit tricky. Products don't get updates, or the updates are not really, the right updates, or you still have to pay somehow for extra things, even though you pay for the lifetime. Anyway, so I think it looks good. Yeah. As you can see, they have also another special price. As I said, I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check it out and have a look over their page, testimonials, etc., etc. Okay, and if you want to understand why upgrade to Pro, for example, from Lite, yeah, you see that you have quite a few things in the Lite version of the add-on, but in the Pro version you have much more. Okay, I'm not gonna go over everything here because time is of the essence. So let's get into getting this on an Elementor website, and we're gonna use the awards cloned website that we're still working on. So let's see what we can build with the mega menu widget. Okay, so first of all, if you go to widgets here on this page, you will see that there are so many widgets. Okay, and you see that here for each widget you have an indicator which tells you if it's free, if it's popular, for example, in this case, and it matches these buttons here at the top. Okay, if you click on one of these buttons, for example, free, yeah, you can see how many free add-ons you get already. Let's just go to all, okay? And let's look for the mega menu. So I'm going to click on mega menu, and it takes you to the page of the widget. So you have a demo video on how to install it and how to, do all the things. You also have documentation here, and let's click on documentation. You know that these are, at least for me, these are very important things when it comes to buying some plugin or anything, in case you need help and you don't have the time to get into the support with the support team and you need it now, you need the documentation. Documentation is extremely important for any product, in general speaking. It explains to you exactly step by step. It shows you where to go, what to do to add your mega menu. Okay, it's the same thing in the video, but this is written, and maybe that helps more And I don't know, maybe it's a little bit more focused. So let's go back and let's go down here. So as you can see, we have some examples. If you click on, I'm just hovering right now, but if you click on one of these, it's going to give you an example of the mega menu for Stripe, for example. And we did a video on this channel before with a Stripe clone of the hero section that was ages ago, which was pretty fun. But I never went into, actually building the mega menu. So let me just click on it. And as you can see, if you're familiar with the Stripe website, I don't know if this is the same right now, but this was a few years ago, probably 2 years ago. This was the actual design of the hero section. So if you hover over the drop-down menu, basically, you will see how this will look. So basically, this is the kind of menu that you can build with the Element Pack Mega Menu widget. So how fun is this? And I actually went all in to build this just so we can see how it would look. Of course, nothing is connected to anything to go further than that. So let's see what else I did. As I'm not familiar how this used to look or how it looks, but okay, fun as well. Dribble. Okay, I think it was ClickUp. I think ClickUp had a fun one. Oh yeah, this one. This one is a little bit like, it reminds me of GSAP, the GSAP mega menu or menu that I created. Actually, it's not a mega menu. It's just a menu that I created. Had this kind of animation on hover. I don't know what this is. Okay, so this is a little bit more traditional, I would say. WooCommerce. Okay. Yeah, so, okay. I think it's pretty cool. And keep in mind that this also works on mobile. Yeah. So you don't have to create another menu for mobile. Absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's go to look for dark mode and see what dark mode is. So this is a free widget, okay? The mega menu is a paid widget. So we're going to look at a paid one and a free one. And the dark mode, I think it's that cool thing. Again, you have the same documentation. You can look at the documentation. You can simply purchase it from here directly. You can watch the video on how to implement it, and you can also test it. So basically, as you hover over, you will have a lot of stuff here, but this is the button, okay, the icon. So this is how it works. Right, this is pretty cool. You see how it works? We can go in and check it out. So I'm curious if we can also change the way that this animation or this dark mode effect comes in and out. It's still very cool, but yeah, let's see what options we have. All right, so I am going to add my plugin in here, and the plugin I'm talking about is the Element Pack Addon. And I am going to upload it because I already have a zip file for it. So I'm going to drag it right in here and upload it. So as you purchase it, you will have it available as a zip download file, but you can also look for it in the plugins to download to and install as, you normally do. So it's going to take us through all these steps. Let's just skip and we're going to install and continue. All right, as you can see, you can also use ready-to-use templates. As I said earlier, you can import them on the website that you already, are importing the plugin, installing the plugin. You can preview them if you want. Yeah. And you can read the documentation, get support and video tutorials. This is very nicely done, but we are just going to go to Element Pack for now. So I'm going to activate my license. And this is what you will do as well. I'm going to add my license right in here. And I'm going to add the email that I used. And I'm going to add my license key in here, so that you will find in your account after you have, purchased and everything else. You went through all those steps. All right, we're set up. Now we can simply go and look for the mega menu and go through the steps, okay? You can go through all these extra items and can also even access your license, and you will see this part. So let's go to core widgets, okay? So what we want, first of all, to look at the mega menu. Look for the mega menu and we're going to simply enable it, okay? And save settings. Make sure that you save the settings because you will not find it. We also have to look for the sub menu feature, basically widget, and we have to enable this as well, because as you have menus, you have sub menus in your mega menu, right? So this is a must. And also make sure all the time that you save your settings, because sometimes I forget that and I wonder why my things are not where they're supposed to be activated. And to make sure that everything is fully active and can work without, worrying about anything, you can go to special features and you can turn on the mega menu from here as well and save it, of course. And I think that should do it. And after we have done all that, we still have to do something else here in the dashboard. Go to settings and go to permalinks. It seems like this is a must and we need to save the settings here and everything should work perfectly after this. So we'll see. So what we have to do now is basically create a menu. So we're going to go to appearance and go to menus. As you know, this is how you create a menu. And let's give this menu name. So I'm going to say mega menu. And let's create it. And we have to turn this on as well. This is the option to use the mega menu, and toggle it and save the menu again. So what I will do, I'm gonna go and select the custom links, and I'm gonna, how to create this. So I'm gonna simply add the name, add to menu, and let's do another one, and about, add to menu, contact, another, let's say, what else? Specs, I think it's on the original website. What else? And let's just say another one, and this should be okay. Let's say the menu. Once that is done, you will see that as you hover over this tab items, you have the option to edit. So if you click to edit, you have to enable the drop down, and we can choose between full width or custom. And I'm going to choose full width because I want to have it full width. Badge text, I'm not going to fill it in right now. And you can choose the colors that you want depending on your branding and everything. So keep that in mind, okay? So I'm going to leave everything the way it is. So we see on the front end what we need to change is specifically, in case there's some confusion. And save the options if you have changed anything, which I already did, and then go to edit drop-down content. And this is going to open up in a full width, as you see. This is where we're going to be adding our sub menu. So I'm going to look for the sub menu. And this is basically where we design our sub menu. You can see here that you have 4 types of layouts, So I'm gonna just go through some of them, okay? Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Actually, let me go through all of them. You know what? I like number 4. It's quite interesting. It's really, really, really cool, actually. And our design, our awards clone has 3 columns, okay? So I'm gonna leave it in 3 columns, although the design is not like this, but it doesn't matter. You can change the column gap, as you see, the row gap as well. I like it a little bit more tight. So let's say 15 and 15, okay, to have equal gaps. We can change the name here of the menu, so we can just say menu. You can also hide it if you want, but I'm gonna leave it. We can align our heading as well, so I will leave it on the left side. You can also, show subtitles or hide subtitles, arrows as well. So if you hover, you don't see them anymore, but if you have them enabled, you will see them, obviously. So I will select the mega menu that I have created, and let's see additional options, what we have here. I'm not sure what these are exactly, to be honest. I don't need notation effects. I don't know. I don't think so. Let's go to style. So I want to have a background, first of all, on the container that is holding my menu, my sub menu. And I'm gonna go to background color, background type, color, and I'm gonna give the color of the website. So this is the background. So if I change it, that is the background, okay? We can also go to padding, and I'm gonna give it, let's say 100. all around, and this is quite nice. Okay, we can also change the color of the submenu heading, but I'm not going to do it right now. So I'm going to leave it like this. What I'm doing right now, it's not practiced. It's basically what someone has never used this widget before will be able to do. Okay, so I think I am good so far. I'm gonna publish this and I'm gonna go in the theme builder, but I'm just gonna go the lazy route on the front end of our homepage, web page, and I'm gonna simply add the menu in here. So I'm gonna look for the mega menu. Oops, mega menu. Yeah, it's this one. I'm gonna drag it in here and I'm gonna select my menu. So it's the mega menu. Yeah, and as you hover over, you will see that you get the sub menu. Obviously, it's not styled, it's not, you know, super cute, but that was a very easy implementation. The rest is just design. So I think the steps to get to this menu are not that complicated. Let me just refresh the page. So as you hover, I think this is super, super nice. Yeah, I think it's super, super nice. And it gives the website that, you know, fun effect. You can also probably add GSAP to it, make it super extra if you want, really. But we're not going to do that right now. So now let's go to see what we can do with the dark mode, right? So in order to activate the dark mode widget, we have to go back to the Element Pack Pro in your dashboard, basically, and look for dark mode and activate it. And of course, save settings. And let's go to look for it. So let me just refresh this and look for dark mode, and here it is. So I will add it basically in the menu, and I'm gonna drag it right in here inside my menu. I have to check to set the menu row horizontal. It's already here. As you can see, it's here. So let me just publish and let me just have a look on the front end what's going on. So since it's here, it's a little bit not very accessible. Yeah, let's see if we can change that. So what we can do basically is change toggle position. Yeah, so instead of having it at bottom right, we can say top right, and it's gonna appear there at the top. That is actually pretty cool. And you can adjust it a little bit if you want to be a little bit at the top. I'm wondering if I can change the size of it so it's not that big. And then you can save user actions, and you can read here a little bit what that means. You can ignore elements if you don't want a certain element to change color. For example, the text to stay black, but that doesn't make sense because the background is black. So, you know. So pretty much that's it. By default, you could switch it to be dark mode, basically like this. And then when you click on the icon on the toggle to change the color of the background, to have it set to light. So I'm gonna leave it light because that's still our website. Let me just publish and let's go to style. So dark mode, day mode is white. We could change it to red. So let's see what happens if we change it to this red. Okay, yeah, this is funky. Okay, so I would say keep it white. So I'm gonna go with this background. Let me go back again. Let's publish and let's refresh. And we can also change we can change the toggle size. Basically, let me just move this out of the way. We can make it a bit smaller as well as the icon, so it's not that intrusive, if it makes sense. You can also change the border radius and icon background as well if you want. Let's say something that we have in our, that looks really good. And in dark mode, it's going to be white, which makes sense, but let's change it with the background. Yeah, and in advanced, we have the usual options. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is pretty cool and it's free to use. As I said, I think this is also something fun that you could add to your website if you want. Let's see it on the front end. I would love to see, okay, it's a little bit hidden here. I would love to see this option if we can have a different animation for the application of the dark mode. That would be so cool. But look at this. This is actually really, really good. Yeah, don't mind that. I did some things. Oh, wow. So that's interesting. Because the background here is green, it changed it to this purple. So keep in mind that this works if your website has a white background and you want to turn it to black. Only in that case it looks and it makes sense. Otherwise, look at this. It will defeat the purpose of your design. Yeah. But again, it's something that you can play with and see if you like it. And why not, right? So let me know in the comments below if you have used any of these widget extensions from Element Pack Addons, and what do you like most and what you don't like and what you would want to see more of.